It's just beyond here. Lately there seem to be some nasty monsters living in these parts. Watch yourselves now. Yeah.
He just made that flower disappear.
Legend has it that in these woods lives a mysterious rainbow-colored butterfly. And anyone who lays eyes upon that butterfly never leaves the woods again. You know, I wonder if Holly and the search party we sent out went and accidentally found themselves that rainbow butterfly. Just be careful not to run into that rainbow butterfly.
What do you mean, be careful? What could we possibly do to prevent it?
If that happens,
If that happens?
just pretend you didn't see it.
Huh? Well, whatever. Okay, we're off.
Oh, take this with you, boy.
What's this?
It's the Firbit's favorite thing in the world, grape juice.
Is this a wine bottle? Why is it now just connecting that they say it's grape juice, but it I got it. Cute. The accent and the grape juice never clued me into what
If you
they
have
were
this,
actually
those guys
hinting
just
at.
might smell you and come running.
Or wine.
Okay, I got you. Thanks, Conda.
Good. I'll be here waiting for you. I wish you good luck.
I guess this being a kid's game and all, they did have to do something like that. Alright. Let's go into the second dungeon of, well, the second dungeon of the game. Now, like the last one, this has got a lot more rooms to it. You'll notice here there's a path divergence. There's a reason for that, but I'm not going to tell you what that is until it's really quite time. Ah, yes. Before we do go in there, we should take a look at our team, huh? Alright. So, obviously, we got Max's battle wrench and his gun. Now, clearly, we can build this up. Now, there is a weapon. I think it's the best weapon for him. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I've never really messed with anything else. This was usually my go-to weapon, so if I'm not mistaken, I also had prepped my list here to tell me what I need, and we need this to have, let's see, Beast and Smash. Alright, so as you can tell here, there are a list of elements that we need to have. To get certain weapons, you have to complete these. As you saw with the synthesis, if I were to build this up now, I could get the True Battle Wrench. This doesn't look like it takes any unique properties, like, say for example, it needs an extra bit of flame or smash. So we could go with that. However, the path I need to go does need the specialized, and that's Smash and Beast. Now, you can get those points from these crystals, which is why I said they are very, very important. You can technically sell these, and they do net you a good profit, but they're better off being used as your way of strengthening the weaponings. At some point in the game, I think there is another better way to do it, but I'm not sure what that is. I mean, I can always take a look. I just briefly saw something about it while I was getting the list ready. So why don't we get going? So we need the Hunter. Spectrumize. What this means is that it's gonna make it like crystally. And it will prep it for us to do this. Now, the stats that we need to get the wrench that we need, which will be called the Drill Wrench, is Attack 15, Smash 9, and Beast 5. So unfortunately, that wasn't enough. And as you saw, that's the only crystal I had for Beast. But no problem. If you go to any of these items and you hit Spectrumize, it will tell you what stat that will go into. This will go into Smash. We don't need that. That's Flame, Lightning, Chill, Cyclone, there we go. Thick Hide will be used. So we need what? 5? Yep, we need 5. So we do this. Since this will equalize to 2. That's what we need. Now, as you see at the bottom where it says synthesize point 15, you get those by leveling up your weapon. So that's what I mean when I say those little blue balls that you pick up. Those are essential to level up the weapons. With each level that you have, it gives you a net worth of the synthesized points. As you see, it says Battle Wrench plus 5. So it's been leveled up 5 times. Now we need Smash to be 9. I don't know which one does it. Give me a second. Oh, that's right. We need the logs. And this will be just enough. There we go. Now it's ready to be upgraded to the drill wrench. Now it will tell us that we now need to up its attack, flame, lightning, smash, and scale. Now, I would wait to do that for a bunch of reasons. You need more synthesized points, and you can get those by leveling up the weapon. But more than that, with every new upgrade, the first few levels are usually the easiest. So you technically could go buy another wrench, level it up, and it will add a bunch of different stats to the drill wrench. Which is, like I said, is the other way of doing this. Now, what about his gun? So, our next gun needs attack for 14, which we surpassed, and chill 11. So there we go. And now this is ready to be upgraded. Or not? Oh. I put the wrong stat in. That's why you pay very close attention. That's okay. Down the line, we will be needing chill on it. So it's not really much of a waste. Now we get the trumpet gun. Now we get back into another path of divergence, but again, like the battle wrench, we kind of have to wait. Now, we can take a look at Monica's. Since she's new and we didn't use her, her weapons are kind of at the beginning stage. I wouldn't worry too much about her at the moment because, as you saw when we first went in here, it's going to ask us to play as Monica. Let me just save real quick. It never hurts to be prepped. I know I've said this so many times, but the music and the sounds of this game are just so nostalgic in such a nice way for me. And like with the last dungeon, the boulders are basically like the wooden boxes. Throw them, you might get a chance of some loot out of them. Oh, the roasted chestnut. Keep those. Those are actually very important. There we go. Getting better with my dodging, finally. And this is the best way to leveling up. Oops. Pay attention to these guys, obviously. Thankfully, I have a crap ton of the antidote. So, yeah. Be careful, though. And obviously, as you can see, the levels are a little bit now more complex than what they were when we were in the underground channel. And that kind of adds an extra layer of detail to the dungeons, I think, because whereas the underground channel is meant to be linear because it's really just a sewer, this has a bit more flavor to it because you're in a forest and it's very easy to get lost in the forest. Now, oh Jesus, I don't know how the hell I managed to... I'm not even sure what happened there. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to switch to max. There we go. So, when this is uploaded, I will probably be on vacation by this point. So I hope you're all doing well, and I hope your days go nice. I'm sure in my Discord I will be posting images of my vacation and all that, and let you know how everything's going. Usually there's a lot of anxiety behind this trip because my RV is just that unreliable, unfortunately. But more than that, I'll be just happy when we're there. This is a trip that we've done since I've been a kid, and I always enjoy it because it's nice to get away from my neighborhood. Oh, good. I see a heal at the other end of this. There we go. So, I'm gonna be doing a little something different as well than what I've been doing. I asked in the last stream that I did, if you were to make if you were to make a Dark Cloud 3, what would you do? What changes would you make? What would you bring back? Time travel? I'm just curious to know what you would do to make the game different. For this one, my question to you is, how were you introduced to the Dark Cloud series? I think we need to go straight to that heal, because I don't have anything to heal. So, how are you all introduced into the Dark Cloud series? Were you introduced by a friend? Did you see it in a stream? Did you happen to just pick it up while you were out in the road? For me, I was introduced to it by Walmart. As stupid as that sounds. And the story behind this is that I was looking for a new game because the games I had gotten, I had already played to the best of my ability. And yes, I know, I was one of those kids that spent a little too much time on video games. There were never any kids in my neighborhood, so I didn't have anyone to play anything with. And the few people that I went to school with they didn't like the things I like, so I spent a lot of time on my own. And I spent that time playing games like Spyro, Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, Sly Cooper, and something like this. And I found this game on one of the shelves, and it looked interesting, or at least the cover art did. And I was enamored with the idea when I was reading the back of the box of being able to build your own town, having a wild adventure, and all that fun stuff. What really sold me on this game was the ability to make your own town. Now, my child mind, I guess, expected too much. I don't know how else to say that, because when I thought building a town, I thought it meant free, creative mind. No limitations. You get to build, decorate the houses whatever way you want. No, you get the materials to build the house, and then that's it. Sorry, that was a little tense moment. But yeah, the creative freedom I thought of was not what I got out of this game, but that didn't damper it one bit. The story was the main draw for me eventually. Because the building, while it is one part of this game, it's not the main focus. What I liked about it was really the combat system and the graphics, because it looked really nice. It was colorful, it was vibrant, and it was just different from the games I was used to playing. And at this point, I never played Dark Cloud 1, not yet. And as you may have been able to tell with most of my game experiences, I always went with the second game before I ever looked for the first game. And that's not by choice, that's just how I get introduced to the series. So you can imagine how twisted 90% of my games had to be, with context that just went flying over my head, because I was like, who are these characters? What's happening? I'm gonna switch over to Monica because she needs to be healed. But yeah, it was but I was, like I said, I was introduced by the second game, never the first. And that's not because I was aware there was a first game. I mean, you'd think the big 2 on the cover would hint to it, but that never was the case with me. What usually ended up happening was that I would find the second game, and then I would play it if it looked interesting, and if I liked it, I would go out and actually look to see if there were others. So I played this game, I spent a lot of hours into it, and I couldn't get over how beautiful the game was and all the concepts. So after I beat this game, I went out and I started looking for Dark Cloud 1. And I have to say, I like elements from both games. But there's one thing that I really liked in Dark Cloud 1 that I don't quite see here. And you may have already heard me say this in the previous stream. And that is how empty the town feels. In Dark Cloud 1, there's nothing like that.
Looks like we got them all.
Where you may see pre-made houses in both games, along with other elements, in Dark Cloud 1, there was always this... What's the word I'm looking for? It always felt more alive, because when you walked around the town after it was rebuilt, you could see the people. They would leave their house, they'd talk with neighbors, and it was nice. It felt like an actual town was coming back to life. In this game, when you build the town, they just stay in the town. And I don't like that, because it's meant to be a thriving village, and it can't be called that if, you know, they don't leave the house. But yeah, I was introduced through Walmart just by pure chance. If you have been introduced to it in a different way, I'd like to know how. And how much did you enjoy it? Were there things about this game that you did like, things that you didn't like that you loved in the first game? I'd be very interested to know, because this game really is unique in my opinion. I can't quite say it's Minecraft-y, because, you know, Minecraft did a better job of, you know, letting you build the towns that you want and so forth. In this, everything's pre-made, essentially. We have to go back to the town, because I need bread.